Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
Washington Avenue is one of the clearest examples of a city completely reinventing itself without starting over. Because this stretch used to be the center of St. Louis' garment industry, and now it's one of the main mixed-use corridors filled with residential spaces, restaurants and active street life. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, this was a production zone. Massive warehouses lined the street, built with large windows, heavy brick, and open floor plates, so clothing manufacturers could pack in workers, machinery, and materials at scale. This wasn't boutique fashion, this was industrial output, moving huge volumes of garments across the country. That's why the buildings look the way they do. The large windows weren't aesthetic choices, they were practical. Before modern lighting, factories needed as much natural light as possible, so entire facades were designed to maximize it. The high ceilings allowed heat to rise, and the open interiors made it easier to rearrange production lines as needed. At its peak, St. Louis was one of the largest garment manufacturing centers in the United States, and Washington Avenue was right in the middle of that system. The street wasn't about presentation, it was about efficiency, with goods constantly moving in and out of the buildings. Then the entire industry started to collapse here. Manufacturing shifted to cheaper locations, both within the United States and overseas. And by the late 20th century, most of these buildings were either underused or completely vacant. What had been one of the busiest production corridors in the city turned into a stretch of empty structures that no longer had a purpose. That could have been the end of it. Instead, the buildings themselves became the reason it survived. Those same features that made them perfect for factories, large windows, open interiors, and strong structural frames, made them ideal for conversion into loft apartments. Instead of tearing everything down, the city adapted what was already there. That shift didn't happen overnight. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, redevelopment started picking up, with developers realizing that these old warehouses could be turned into residential spaces that still kept their original character. Exposed brick, high ceilings, and large windows became selling points instead of industrial necessities. That's where the street started changing identity. Instead of production, it became residential. Instead of goods moving through, people moved in. And once people started living here, everything else followed. Restaurants, bars, and retail spaces began filling the ground levels, turning what used to be work-only environment into something active throughout the day. The street didn't just come back, it came back in a completely different form. What makes Washington Avenue stand out is that the original architecture never disappeared. You're still dealing with the same buildings, the same structure, and the same scale, but the function inside them has completely flipped. That contrast is what gives the street its character, because you can still read what it used to be while seeing what it is now at the same time. There's also a density here that works differently from the more open public areas nearby. This is tighter, more active, and built for constant use. The buildings sit closer, the street feels more enclosed, and the energy comes from activity rather than space. It's a different type of urban experience, but one that feels more immediate. Another interesting part of this transformation is how little needed to change structurally. The buildings were overbuilt for their original purpose, which means they had the strength and flexibility to be reused without major reconstruction. That's why so much of the original material is still visible today. This kind of adaptive reuse is something a lot of cities aim for, but not all of them manage to pull off at this scale. Washington Avenue works well because the foundation was already there, and instead of replacing it, the city reactivated it. And that's what defines the stretch. You've got a street that went from industrial production to near abandonment, and then into full active mixed-use corridor, all without losing the physical identity that made it work in the first place. It's the same buildings, the same street, and the same layout, just running a completely different system inside it now, which is exactly what makes it interesting.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.